Hello everyone, what's going on? Welcome back to our My Player Career Mode. How are we all doing? Hopefully you're all doing very, very well. Thank you as always for taking the time to watch one of my videos. Appreciate all of the support that you lovely people show me. I hope you're all feeling fantastic and having an awesome day. We are back with a brand new episode. Chelsea to start the video today. The first of, hopefully, 4 matches coming your way. And we need a win in the Chelsea game because, as you're about to see, if you've been following our time with Manchester City, you'll know we are 6th after 9 Premier League matches. 6 points adrift of our Manchester rivals. So, work to be done in the Premier League. Alongside that, we are also looking to finish the Champions League group strongly. We currently are top of our group after 3 matches, 2 wins, 1 draw. So we want to go through as group winners. Leipzig, Salzburg and Mallorca, the other 3 teams in our group. But with that being said, it's time to jump into today's episode. 500 likes would be absolutely awesome. And yeah, thank you again for all of your support. Sit back, relax and hopefully enjoy. Forgot to mention as well, the Carabao Cup draw has been made and we are facing Mansfield. Well done to Mansfield for getting to the quarter-finals of the Carabao Cup. That is some achievement. We play them at the Etihad and you expect that we should be through to the semi-finals. But credit to Mansfield. Really, really good work from them to reach the quarter-finals. That game will be played in December. And we start with our home game against Chelsea. And we saw us face Chelsea at the start of the season, the Community Shield. We won that game. And we're looking to repeat the result that we got there with a victory here at the Etihad. But we do have a slightly different team than the game when we played them in the Community Shield. We'll see what the result is to be, though, right here. Here we go, then. Reece James already in for Chelsea, pulling it back across. Pau Torres with the first block and the second. An early pressure put on Manchester City, who deal with it, but not brilliantly. And it's still with Chelsea now. Elmas finding Vitinha to Nunez. His effort is blocked, as we will now get it back, will we? We do. Good work there from Camavinga to keep us on the ball. Advantage played by the referee as we await some support. Chelsea have had by far the more shots in the game, but they've not really threatened Ederson in the Manchester City goal up until this point. Their shots have been either dealt with through the form of a block by a City player or just not been on target. But this could be the first moment then as Darwin Nunez looks to square the ball across. And it was a tap-in. It could still be as calamity at the back for Manchester City. And somehow, some way, the ball stays out. It begs the question, honestly, just what's going wrong here for Manchester City in this one. Because we have yet to, we haven't seen Chelsea really threaten Ederson. Well, I don't think City have had a shot on target yet themselves. And I am playing at a 5.6 match rating because we barely had the ball in areas like there, for example. What is that? What is that from Manchester City? It is absolutely abysmal. And as Martinelli breaks forwards here, Gabriel Martinelli, it should have been Chelsea in front again. I am scratching my head and I'm wondering what is going on. And there is the substitution from Pep Guardiola. Rodrigo on. We are off. 12 minutes left. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but if we get a point, it will be a miracle because we don't deserve a point from this one. Pulisic testing Ederson. He's equal to said test. 10 minutes to play. Chelsea knocking on the Manchester City's door of the goal. But at the moment, there is no answer for Chelsea unless they can do it in the last 10 minutes. Zagadou, Vitinha, Elmas with a shot from distance. Easy for Ederson. And it will be a frustrating afternoon here at the Etihad for City if it stays like this. Rodrigo trying to play us forwards. Pulisic in the way. Camavinga. Rodrigo now finding the ball. Guiachurida down the right-hand side. Is this the moment? Is this the one chance that Man City create and steal the game from Chelsea? Rodrigo. Camavinga. Somebody looks to get the shot away, but nobody at the moment will. As Valverde, Tchouaméni, Camavinga strike, Lacroix in the way. Tchouaméni picks up the loose ball. Valverde, Rodrigo, Valverde. Block now as there's a bit of City life, but it's nothing really to worry Chelsea. And the game finishes 0-0 here. And that was one of the worst games of football we have seen so far from this City side. Move on. Simple as that. Let's move on. I mean, 10 shots for Chelsea. We had 3. 3 shots. Brilliant. The inquest was going on as well at full-time to find out exactly what went wrong. There was a few players in some heated conversations as we left the field of play. And that's easily my worst performance in a City shirt. But what more can you do when there's just nothing really coming your way? We couldn't string together 5-6 passes, so ultimately it was a difficult afternoon. Things need to improve, and they need to improve quickly. Mallorca at the Etihad, second game of the day. Let's forget about the first one. Let's win this one. Valverde to Haaland. Haaland's ball is straight out of play, and not the start City would have been hoping for in this one. Diego Carlos finding Evander. His ball forward to Cabral. Mallorca at the moment sit on 0 points in the Champions League group. They're looking to find their first points of the group at the expense of Manchester City. Here is Foden. Into my feet. Off to Geertruida. Geertruida holds on to the ball for the moment. Now tries to get down the right-hand side. Good defending here. Mallorca, though, put under a bit of pressure. Here is Haaland. Haaland across. Diop away. But Haaland maybe should have gone for goal himself. Looked to be selfless. City still trying to create here, as that's a foul. Advantage played by the referee. Sanchez delivers it backwards. Camavinga finding myself. Right-footed effort. Top corner. City lead. And it's that right foot again for us, turning golden. Good advantage by the referee. Nicely done by Camavinga. And that is the finish we required. 1-0 City. Valverde. Foden. Foden holds off the challenge. Finds Camavinga, who's over on the left-hand side. One back by Mallorca. Goal news to tell you about in the game between Leipzig and Salzburg. It is currently 1-1 in that one. So that's a very, very interesting result to see. Having said that, there is now another goal. Florian Wirtz has put his side ahead. He's got himself a brace, and he scored their second of the evening as Haaland gets our second of the evening here as well. We told him to shoot. He obliged. City 2, Mallorca 0. Rodri, Haaland, back heel, Valverde, Camavinga! 3-0. That time the City link-up play works. We've still got a lot of work to be done because there are times when our link-up play as a team is not great, but there it worked. And Camavinga finishes off a lovely move. We just need to see more of these lovely moves. Nice from Haaland to back heel, Valverde's through ball. Camavinga does the rest. City, well and truly, getting their 3 points from this game then. Camavinga forward to Haaland. Haaland on the turn. He's got myself one side, Foden the other. Played me. We've played Geertruida, who is bearing down into the Mallorca penalty area, pulling it back to the edge of the box. As we hold off a couple of challenges and still have it and go for goal! It is an outrageous finish. And I changed around one of the perks as we started today. I took off set piece specialist, put on distance shooter. I was waiting for the right moment to do it. And there it was. From the edge of the penalty area, we find the top corner. The only reason I love that even more is just because the build-up play to get away from 3 or 4 challenges. If we hadn't have been leading 3-0, I'm not sure I'd have gone for it, but we do. It works, and City have their 4th. And there is the full-time whistle from this one. Manchester City 4, Mallorca 0. If I'm not mistaken as well, Leipzig did go on to beat Salzburg by 4-2. So after 4 Champions League matches in the group, we will be top. Away to Craven Cottage next to face Fulham as we are stumbling in the Premier League, it feels like, at the moment. So good opportunity here to pick up 3 points. They are sort of down the bottom end of the table, Fulham, at this moment in time. But with the way that City have been playing in the Prem, anything could happen in this one. Here is Haaland to Foden. City on the ball, looking to try and create. We've somehow kept us on it for the moment. Not my greatest bit of talent is heading, but we were able to make sure we won that one, and that is absolutely spectacular. And the heavy touch on the last moment took it too far and too close to the recovering defender, and then the finish was not there. That touch from me, the touch let me down. Oh wow, one ball and they're in. Salah for Fulham, pulls it back, blocked. Diaz, easy, goal. Yeah, you knew it. Oh, one ball and they were through. And then City don't recover. I said, didn't I, going into this? The way that City play in the Premier League, you just never know. Well, maybe you do. Maybe you just don't want to say it because you fear the result. Like, just too many players ball watching. Recovery never came through. And that whole commentary sequence, I thought we'd deal with it. So I wasn't really commentating all that much. But City are behind. Fulham lead here at Craven Cottage. Changing formation from the boss. I wonder if in a moment we're about to see us go to centre-back. Because he's just told me to play right midfield. So there's every chance as Haaland is not being at his best with his link-up play today. As I say, I wonder if we are going to be told to play centre-back any minute. Haaland will find me. We burst into the Fulham penalty area, pulling it back. Rodri, Foden! Fortunate with the bounce, but Phil Foden finishes with expertise. Experts? I don't know, but it's 1-1 here at Craven Cottage. Rodri initially looked like the chance had gone. We pulled it back his way. He's actually trying to play the ball back to Foden, which is possibly why it doesn't quite work first time. But the luck of the bounce falls Foden's way, and he smashes the ball in. City 1, Fulham 1. Sanchez looking for a run. He's got Foden in front of him. Phil Foden now then back for Sanchez, whose delivery has searched for Haaland. He wins the flick on. We win the header, and it nearly comes away in a chance for City. I don't know how that almost worked, but it did almost work, and that is what you love to see. Unfortunately, I would have loved it even more had we have scored, but we don't. And Fulham are at this moment in time, well, they had that chance, they took it, and I don't think they've had really anything else, but they'll probably be quite happy with a 1-1 draw from this one. City most certainly won't, but Fulham, in fact, it could get better here. Rodriguez, he's got space, he's got time to play into the middle. We're back to intercept. There was a couple of passes on for him there, the Fulham man, as we skip around the challenge and are trying to get City on the attack. We are still looking to provide. Foden goes back. Again, it's that decision-making that's letting us down at this moment in time. We keep hold of it. Foden, now Rodri, Camavinga, Haaland back heels. Foden, finding myself. Can we get the shot away? Not quite. We go back. Haaland, Camavinga! 2-1 City. We nearly mess up, but we make it count. Wow. So many times I've seen those passes go wrong. But this time it works. And we had to find that. Dropping yet more points here at Craven Cottage would have been not even disastrous at this point. I'd arguably say maybe title over. But then again, in this series, we have seen some remarkable sequence of events that has led us to still be able to win the title. Think back to when we were at Liverpool. Think back to last season with Juventus. So, Valverde finding Pau Torres. Torres will play myself. Geertruida with the overlapping run. I'm going to hold back for the moment because I don't want us to get caught on the counter. Geertruida can keep us on the ball. He will now find that ball inside towards myself. Ball roll to try and open up some space. Not yet found it. Geertruida again, right-hand side, looks into the middle, given away, but I think that should be full time here at Craven Cottage as we slide in, and it is indeed full time. Fulham 1, Manchester City 2, 3 points picked up, but by no means was it comfortable, convincing, or easy for City. International friendlies with England, which as we know I will be simming. China a 2-1 victory and Italy a 3-1 defeat. Sheffield United up next. Another opportunity for us to pick up 3 points if we are on it in terms of our performance. Where are Sheffield United in the league? We are up into 5th following that victory over Fulham. So Wolves are top at this moment in time. And somehow we started 6 points behind Manchester United. We are now only 5 points behind them. So they also slipped up. But Wolves, top of the Premier League. Sheffield United down in 14th. Fulham were in the relegation zone when we played them. So, yeah, the fact we only won that by 2-1. Hey, a win's a win, I guess. Sheffield United, what have you got for us? A 5 at the back formation as they come to the Etihad. And we are underway here then with Foden finding Haaland. Looking back for Foden and an early chance. Peterson saves. Early moment for Manchester City. I'm going to try and play a short corner here, Quick 1-2 with Foden. Doesn't quite find its way towards me, the return pass. But it's now with us inside the area as we go for goal. I'm not sure who got the block, whether or not he was a City player or a Sheffield United player. But we still have it regardless. And we pick up a free kick on the edge of Sheffield United's penalty area. Now, do I take this? Do I give it to someone else? You know what? I've not really been taking my free kicks that well. So I'm actually going to give this to Camavinga. Let's see if he can provide a wonderful free kick. It is very close to the edge of the penalty area. Camavinga off the wall, out of play. Corner ball, chance for City to keep the pressure on though. Again, we will go short, try and mix up these corner deliveries because a couple of times we put them in and nothing's really come of them, as that one was wild over the bar. And the reaction of the fans says everything you need to know. So, yeah, City with some good pressure early on, but remains 0-0. And Sheffield United coming forwards. Bogle's delivery, back post. Pau Torres gets to the ball crucially for City, but that's a loose header back into the box. And it's punished by Sheffield United. Was it Valverde? I'm not sure who it was in a City shirt who put the header back into the box. But then City, they don't react. And it's Sheffield United who lead. Such a typical goal to concede the way we're playing. So typical that it would come from a City mistake. Wonderfully punished, fantastic finish. Sheffield United won't believe their luck. But again, City make their own problems. And you have to wonder just what was the thought process with putting the header back into the middle. That's good work here though by Haaland to keep us on the ball as Camavinga will be found. Waiting for the overlap of Geertruida. We're going to use that as a dummy run to open up some space for ourselves. Oh! 1-1. Back on level terms. Geertruida, we used him as a dummy run to open up the space. Took the space. Finished. With precision. And right as we were behind, we're back on level terms. You can see Geertruida, excellent work. Because what he does is he makes the fullback make the decision. Does the fullback come to the ball? Or does he track the run of Geertruida? I'm not sure who Sheffield United's fullback is. Oh, that's poor. Really, really poor. Haaland finds me! And I'm not sure how it's ended up in the back of the net, but it has. City 2, Sheffield United 1. They were trying to get into half-time on level terms. We put the press on as they play their way out of the back really badly. And then I wonder, is there a deflection on this here? Because as I shoot, it goes through Peterson. I don't know. I don't know if it's going to be our goal or not. But if it will be, it'll be our brace for this afternoon. And that's our fourth shot. It is going to be my goal as well. It's 11 in 12 for us. And we will go in at half-time 2-1 in front. Geertruida, Camavinga, chance to play forwards. Will play that ball towards me as we hold off the challenge. Haaland's run over the top ball. Haaland on the volley! Oh! That is some goal from Erling Haaland. He knows where the goal is. He doesn't even take a touch. Just straight on the full volley. He picks out the bottom corner and City have a 2-goal advantage. He doesn't even look at the goal. That's a striker's instinct from Haaland. He just knows where it is. Watches the ball all the way onto his right boot. And it is really, really special from our number 9. Offside, no offside. It's still on and Sheffield United have got another. I was trying to concentrate and it didn't matter because there was still space to play with and they really use the space well here, you can see. But even then, there's a couple of question marks. A few City players do raise their hands and ask the questions to the officials about the offside, but it's not given. And with about 10 or so minutes remaining, City are back to just a goal ahead. There shouldn't be enough time, though, for Sheffield United to be able to pull something out of this game. So we should have got the job done. Camavinga here in the middle. He's now got Valverde and then Haaland. Haaland! Peterson to the rescue. Thought that was going to be 4-2 City. Really, it should have been 4-2 City. Again, we'll stay with these short corners that we have been doing. Foden now to Camavinga towards Valverde. Gets his shot away, held by Peterson. And with about 10 seconds to play, that should be it. And it is. Peterson is fuming about the referee's decision to blow the full-time whistle. But City do win. It was close in the end, 3-2. And you know what? I want to take a look at the table because there is one reason that we are having these games the way they are, and that is because we're conceding too many goals. Just advance the days forwards towards this Leipzig game, which we won't play today, but that's so some of the other Premier League games will have been played because we were the early kickoff. And yeah, so victory against Leipzig in the next episode will see us win the group. All we've got to do is win that game, and we have won our Champions League group. But I mentioned about the fact that we are somewhat struggling a little bit in the Premier League, and that is for one reason, because as you see, we scored 25, which is the most out of any team in the Prem, but we've also conceded 13, which when you compare it actually to Man United and Chelsea at the moment, they've only conceded one more than us. So actually, not as bad as I first thought, because initially we were conceding a lot of goals and it looked quite bad, but it seems like United have had a bit of a tough episode today, so too Chelsea as well. So for an episode that we started 6 behind Manchester United, who are top, we are now only 2 behind them. It's Wolves who lead the race as things stand. So yeah, don't know what Wolves are having for breakfast, but whatever they're having is working. We shall see though where they finish at the end of the season. So yeah, not as bad as I first thought in terms of goals conceded when we look at some of the other teams around us as well. But still, for a City team to have conceded 13 in 12, not sure that would have been the expectation. Regardless, we're up into 4th as we end the episode today. And that will be where we do, in fact, finish today's video, my friends. A massive thank you for watching. If you did enjoy it, a like would be greatly appreciated. 500 likes would be awesome as always. If you're new around here, like what you see, hit that subscribe button down below and activate the notification bell as well to make sure you don't miss an upload. Until next time, stay safe, have a great day, have a great evening, look after each other, and I'll see you all back here for another episode very, very soon. Until then, adios!